So I'm officially done with my first semester of Naturopathic Medicine School. And you guys, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, it's done. And you know what? It wasn't that bad. So what is naturopathic medicine? It's an approach to healing using modalities such as herbs and vitamins and nutrition and prevention and exercise to establish this foundation for the body to heal itself. For me at least, it showed so many wonderful miracles in my life that I just feel like I have to share. So with this program, it's a regular medical program, the whole 4 years in residency if you choose. The first 2 years are your core sciences. I was loaded with 13 classes. So I took anatomy, physiology, histology, embryology, biochemistry. I took a counseling skill, botanical pharmacy class, a history and philosophy of naturopathic medicine, biomedical integration lab, and a clinical lab, and an emergency medicine class. So with that being said, it's done. So one thing I have to say is that it wasn't that hard. I mean, okay, the work is hard, right? But like the hardest part of it all is the time. If you put in the time, anything is possible. And that was the biggest thing for me, because I am the laziest person ever, and I'm just a procrastinator. I think I really learned this semester that's like, you can't do that in med school, girl. You can't be doing that. You just study everything that you learned for like those 5-7 hours that you were in class. Wake up 5 a.m., go to the gym, come home, meal prep really quick, shower, get ready for school, be in class by 8 a.m. Usually in class till about 4:30, 5 o'clock on some days. Study for the rest of the night, be in bed by 9. This was pretty much every single day. So now on the weekends, I attempted to work one shift at a restaurant as a waitress, but I wasn't okay. Like I couldn't, there's no time to do that. So I realized that very quickly on that I don't have time to spare working. Like I need to use all the valuable time that I have to study. I had to make some huge sacrifices. Like I wasn't able to work, not with my mindset. Like I would be in work and I would just be thinking like, oh my god, I have to write that paper, or I have a presentation, I have to study. I had about 2 exams a week. At a point there was like 4 exams every week, and it's a lot. That's a lot. There was, by the end of the semester, finals week, I was like, I can't absorb any more information. It was just like my body was rejecting it. I knew that finals were coming up, and I didn't plan to study for those finals ahead of time. So coming the weekend before finals week, I was trying to cram so many exams, and it got to a point where I just had a mental breakdown where my body was physically rejecting everything. It's like I would read the material for these cumulative finals and my body would just be like, it would just almost like it would work in reverse. Like I couldn't understand the basic things that I learned the first few weeks. I was like, I don't remember this. My body doesn't want to take anymore. And it was a lot. So I applied. I got in. And now I'm done with my first semester of med school. And it's incredible. I feel like I really had to break down a lot of barriers to get where I am now, and I have everyone around me to thank for that. I have God to thank for that. I think about it, and the only way this would have happened is if I cut toxic behaviors out of my life. In med school, I realized that helped me a lot. It helped me prioritize the time that I need to do school and to sacrifice, going out with my friends, seeing my boyfriend. Unfortunately, I had to sacrifice even seeing my family sometimes, because people just don't understand that this is a commitment. This is a full-time commitment. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. And I think that was a big issue for me applying to school. I was like, am I going to have time? Do I have it in me? What am I going to do? It's like the only way you have time is if you make time. And that comes with sacrifice. It wasn't handed to me. I learned that quick. That was a quick slap in the face. And I'm really lazy and I'm a big procrastinator, and I realized that's not going to work for med school. That's not going to work for this passion that I have. And I think it's not going to work for anyone. If you want something, you have to commit 100%. So classes are done. I've completed my first semester. And I've learned so much, and I think going into next semester, I just know already the changes I have to make and the preparations I need to make in order to be where I want to be, especially because the semester was kind of a trial run for me, and I know it's not going to get any easier. I anticipate the first 2 years of med school are going to be the hardest, and that's because it's very science-based. It's a lot of science-dense courses, and there's some classes that I absolutely love, and there's some classes that just don't click with me. And I think that on the classes that don't click, I'm going to have to make some more time. So I get 3 weeks of break. In this 3 weeks of break, I'm really focusing on just emptying myself, just completely freeing my mind. I ended the semester with just so much just cloudiness and just so much knowledge. It felt like this just kept pouring in, and my brain didn't feel big enough. And it's been Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's been 5 days, and I feel like I've already healed. Like I'm ready to go back. Now that I notice it and think about it, there was just all these forces that came into my life that helped me get to this point. And this is just what I believe, but I got out of a toxic situation. I entered a beautiful new relationship. I was receiving more support from my family and my friends. And I think I just really, honestly, it stemmed from loving myself. I graduated undergrad in 2016, and I was in this limbo of, yeah, I'll apply when I apply. I need this time to kind of recover from 4 years of undergrad. And so there was a lot of toxic behaviors in my life. I was drinking excessively. I was partying really hard. I had a part-time job at a restaurant where I was making decent money, and there was really no desire to do anything else. And I got really comfortable sitting around. I got really comfortable with the idea of just like, I'm making money. Like, I'm not like in a rush to get things done. I was able to cut all of those things out of my life. And it was when I cut those things out of my life that I realized, what are you doing? Why haven't you started doing this yet? Like, you've been talking about it for, at this point it was 2 years. I've been talking about going back to school, and I was just pushing off. And one of my close friends told me, Aggie, 4 years is going to pass regardless, whether you like it or not. And that really opened my eyes, because what am I doing with myself? Like, I wasn't in a good place. Yeah. Very thankful that I made it this far. It really takes persistence. That's the number one thing. Just for anyone that's doubting applying to a certain school or a program, if you really want it, you've got this. Thank you.